MTM Children Church presents God Tests Abram's Love. One night God gave Abram a strange command. It was a test to see if Abram loved his son Isaac more than he loved God. Take your son Isaac and offer him as a burnt offering, God commanded. Offer Isaac, sacrifice his son. That was hard for Abram. He loved his son very much. But Abram had learned to trust God even when he did not understand. In the morning he set out for the mountain of sacrifice with Isaac and 2 servants. Before leaving, Abram split pieces of wood to make a fire for the burnt offering. Abram planned to obey God. 3 days later they neared the mountain. "Stay here," Abram told his servants. "We will go and worship, and we will come back to you." Isaac carried the wood, Abram carried fire and a knife. "Where is the lamb for a burnt offering?" Isaac asked. "God will provide himself a lamb," Abram replied. The two came to the exact place chosen by God. There Abram built an altar and arranged the wood to burn the sacrifice before God. Abram had built many altars. Surely this one was the hardest ever to build. Abram tied Isaac up and placed his beloved son on the altar. Was Abram really going to obey God and sacrifice his dear Isaac, his only son? Yes, the knife blade glinted as Abram raised it high. His heart may have been breaking, but Abram knew he must obey God. "Stop!" the angel of the Lord shouted. "Now I know you fear God. You have not held back your son, your only son, from me." Seeing a ram in the bushes, Abram untied Isaac and sacrificed the ram instead. Perhaps Isaac thought God did provide, just as my father said. While father and son worshipped, the angel of the Lord spoke to Abram. "In your child, all nations shall be blessed because you obeyed." Someday, Jesus would be born through Abram's descendants. Abram and Isaac returned home. Sometime later sadness came. Sarah died. Abram had lost his wife, and Isaac had lost his mother. After the funeral, Abram sent his chief servant to look for a wife for Isaac. The servant went to their old homeland to find a wife among Abram's relatives. The servant asked God for a sign. "Let the girl who offers water for my camels be the right one for Isaac." Immediately, Rebekah offered to give them water. She was one of Abram's relatives. The servant knew God had answered his prayer. Rebekah left her family to marry Isaac. She comforted him after his mother died. How Isaac loved her! God tests Abram's love. A story from God's Word, the Bible, is found in Genesis 22 to 24. The entrance of your word gives light. Psalms 119, verse 130. The quiz for kids. What strange command did God give to Abram? Number 2. Did Abram plan to obey God's command? Number 3. What did Abraham answer when Isaac asked about the lamb for sacrifice? Number 4. Was Abraham really going to obey God and sacrifice his dear Isaac, his only son? Number 5. Why did God ask Abraham to sacrifice Isaac? And number 6. What did Abraham actually sacrifice? And number 7. Who was Isaac married to? The end. Thanks for listening to the story.